Today we're growing bonsais. In today's video we are going to be putting bonsais in these pots. We are going to do a sycamore and a oak. And we've got some decorations for in the pots. Got some decorations for the pots, like these little wooden pieces of driftwood. And also we've got some moss. And today we have Lynn here again.
Hiya.
And she's going to be helping making them. And I had to steal the moss from her bonsai tray that she's currently preparing because the moss is on the other side of the table and I don't really want to go get it. So I think we're going to start off by putting some soil in there or some moss. What do you think?
I'd put some moss to cover the hole.
Let's put some moss in there. Got our moss here. So we're just going to grab, it's a bit big. This is enough, I think. Like, that. Yeah, I'd say that's enough for one pot because they are pretty small. Like, my hand can cover it up. Just got some moss to cover up the hole so the soil doesn't fall out. And also to keep in a bit of humidity because bonsais are tropical-ish plants. They come from Japan and China. Mainly bonsais are made. But as you remember from if you watched episode 1, which I kind of suggest you go watch, and an update which I said that the bonsais from that episode were dead. So we're using Lynn's ones, which she was growing up. Huh? Does that make sense? Yeah, yep. Lynn's ones that she was the bonsai or the trees that she was growing up to make a bonsai. So that we've got sphagnum moss in both these. I'm going to get a couple cupfuls of this soil, which is more houseplant soil with some perlite and vermiculite. So I'm just going to go get a cup to fill it up. And in the background, Lynn is making her own bonsai whilst I'm recording. I'll get a cup of this. So one more. And then another 2 cups. I'm making a mess everywhere. That looks about right. And then we're going to get... Should we do the sycamore first? Start with the smallest. Let's move that one aside. It's going to be the sycamore. We're going to put our little wooden sculpture thing in there. Grab our sycamore tree. I think I should take this out for putting it in. And then using these tools, just making a little hole for the sycamore. Are these the bird poop sycamores?
They're what?
Are these the bird poop sycamores?
I don't know. Funny
story, me and Lynn had a holiday together and on the top of the caravan we found a bunch of sycamores growing.
No, these are from the sandpit.
Oh yeah. And as well there's a sandpit there and we had a bunch of sycamores growing in there too. I think I might need some zip wires or something. Got our lovely zip ties, which totally didn't take half an hour to find. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie the zip tie around there onto here so it grows on there. So I've just moved position slightly so I can do this. And no. That's good. And I'm just going to cut the end off so it doesn't look as ugly. Why are they not coming off? And there we are, the first one. That's good. But we will also have to do a bit of trimming, which we'll do once. Should we do the trimming now?
Yeah, you can do.
Yeah. So we're going to trim these off branches so it looks like an adult one. This is the first bonsai which I've made, which is kind of a bad thing. And then there. That's trimmed. That should grow.
Oh, that looks really good.
Yeah, that should grow into a young adult. And it should look like an adult, but it's actually a young plant. And I'm just going to add some of this sphagnum moss on top. Wrap it round, make it look even more nice. So it looks like a lost tree from miles away. It's the kind of look I'm going for. I'm trying to use the moss to cover up the zip tie for now. Now that is what I call perfect bonsai. Next we're moving on to our oak. Got our oak here and we're just going to make a little hole here.
Could I have the scissors, please, Jack? Cool.
And we're just going to make a little hole here and lower our oak in. Get in the pot, oak tree. Good, and then we'll add our little decorative thing. I think I should put it there. And then I think I should twist it round. I'm just gonna get the zip ties again. Time to zip tie it on. And I think we should get another perspective a bit closer to this. Bonsai cam activated. So now we have this, and I'm just gonna try and loop it around. Yeah, what? It's fiddly growing a bonsai. Stay on there. We are having some technical difficulties. Please wait. Okay, so the recording kind of crashed, so now we have it zip tied on, and I'm just going to cut it again. And with the power of editing, there we are. I kind of want to have this strapped on again to the top. First, I'm going to give it a bit of a trim. Because with every bonsai, you have to trim it. I was about to cut the whole stalk off. Something you should never do when growing a bonsai. Cut the whole thing in half. Especially if the leaves are at the top. 4 leaves. Yeah, that should be good. And I'm going to get another zip tie and put it up here like that. Yeah. And there we are. It's nicely done. Just the final touch. Some sphagnum moss. Because sphagnum moss makes everything better. Apart from baby bonsais. But this isn't a baby, really. It's a teen bonsai. What I mean by baby bonsais is, well, you'll see in the Growing a Bonsai episode 1, which I highly recommend you watch. Isn't that right then?
Yep.
It's kind of the first step, but I'll kind of show you what Lynn did for hers, which worked better. She put them in an ice cream tub with
toilet rolls.
Yeah, toilet rolls. They've all just rotten, so can't really pick one up to show you. Here's a decent example. Leaves tied to that one. Get off of your brother or sister. It's just in a toilet roll. That's a lot better because you can get to the roots a lot faster, as well as you can trim it a bit better and it grows better. Yeah, let's continue with that oak bonsai. Yeah, it's done, I think. It's got all the features, the wood, the like little driftwood, sphagnum moss, and then it's been trimmed and zip tied. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.